Lydia City Expats Club is a non-profit social organisation and our speakers are volunteers. The club as such assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker today.
Okay, now it's my honor to introduce today's speakers. We actually have two speakers today. First is Linda Nankinga and Juliet Nakyonyi. Is that right? They will present a program titled From Uganda to Thailand, introducing us to the music, dancing, and culture of Uganda. They will share their journey that led them from there to here. Ladies?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are so glad to be here. Thank you very much for turning up in big numbers. Thank you very, very, very much. We are so grateful and so much for this. Thank you. So we shall begin by greeting you in our local language. That is what we are going to say, and the response is the one that we have in red. Bulungi Banyabo, because we are two ladies, so you will have to say Bulungi Banyabo. Mwasuze mutano Banyabo never sebo. Alright, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with Uganda Airways. Hope you enjoyed your flight. Welcome to Entebbe International Airport, Uganda, part of Africa. Uganda is a landlocked country located at the edge of the equator in the east central part of Africa. This is a map of Africa, and that is East Africa that we have in green. When we look at Uganda, in the south, we are having, we have Kenya neighboring or bordering Uganda in the east, and in the west we have Rwanda. So in the west we have the Democratic Republic of Congo. In the southwest we have Rwanda. In the south we have Tanzania. And in the north we have South Sudan. Uganda is relatively small compared to the neighboring country. It's like on an area of 24,137 square kilometers and having a population of 45.75 million people as of recent.
Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. As you see there, Kampala is the city. So, the capital languages spoken in Uganda, we have English and Swahili. In Uganda, we have different cultures, tribes, and the food which is eaten there. So, to mention but a few, in Uganda, we have the northern part, the south, the east, and the west. So in the northern part of Uganda, we have a group of people who are called the Arul, who speak Arul language. We have the Karamajongs, who speak Akilimajong. Then in the east, we have the Bagishu, who speak Lugisu. We have the Sebei people, that is the eastern part of Uganda, who speak Sebei. Then in the western part of Uganda, where our president comes from, we have the Westerners who speak Runyankole, Ruchiga, Rutoro. Those are from Kabale, Bushien, those are the districts. So as you see here, the western region, this is how they dress. And this is where our president comes from. And this side, we have the Banyankole, Bachiga, Batoro, Banyoro, all that western part. As you look up there, those who are dressed, that one is called a gomas in Uganda. It is dressed by Baganda, and the Baganda people are from the central part of Uganda. Me and Lydia, we are from that part. So we dress like that, the upper part. And here, the down part, for example, if you have an introduction, this is the way we can dress. She has already, that one, sorry. So it is also part of Baganda. We dress like that from the central part of Uganda. I talked of the Karamajongs from the northern part of Uganda. The Karamajongs who speak Akilimajong, this is their traditional dance, and that is how they dress when they are dancing from the northern part. Then, from the eastern part of Uganda, we have people, the Bagishu and the Sebei people. Those people are well known for circumcision. They carry out circumcision every even year. For example, if it is 2000, they carry out circumcision. 2001, they can't carry. 2002, they carry out a practice which is called circumcision for boys who have reached the age of 18. And this is their traditional dance. So, Uganda is a very beautiful country, different cultures, tribes, and the types of food we eat. As you look up here, the staple food for the people of Uganda is bananas, as you see, and also in the local language it is called matoke. That is our staple food. And when we are preparing that food, this is the way we prepare. We wrap it very well in banana leaves, put it in a very big saucepan, if at all it is a big bundle, and cover it with more banana leaves. That food, when you eat it, it is so tasty. Yeah, and this is the sauce we always enjoy, peanut paste. You can wrap it in a banana leaf and also wrap it more and more, put it on fire. We enjoy this. And also that, for example, in the restaurant or in a hotel, you find that. So this is what we enjoy. Thank you.
So Uganda is generally stable under the rule of His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. But this hasn't always been the case before. As soon as the country became independent from the British rule, that was 9th October 1962, rulers began competing for power. And this is Kabaka Mutesa Mwanga. He was the first president of Uganda, and he was the 33rd king of Buganda Kingdom. He was overthrown by Hamilton Obote. This was really a good leader because he managed to rule Uganda twice, as we can see from the 1966 to 1971, and later on in 1980 to 1985, he was still the leader of the country. This really set up a series of coups, as we had over 5 presidents ruling in very short periods of time. As we can see, later on we had Idi Amin Dada, who led from 1971 to 1979. Later on he was overthrown by Yusuf Lune, who led Uganda for only 68 days. We had Godfrey Binaisa, who led for a couple of months. Later on, it was really terrible those days. That's why maybe they couldn't make it for a long period of time. So we had also Paulo Mwanga, this one here, who ruled Uganda, who was our president of Uganda for only 10 days. We had General Basilio Lalokelo, who led Uganda for only 2 days. He was replaced by Tito Okello Lutwa, who led Uganda from 29th of July 1985 to 26th January 1986. So Museveni, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, as we can see here, rose into power, overthrowing Tito Okello Lutwa, and he has led Uganda for the past 33 years. That is about 3 decades. Surprisingly, the new Western United States has had 6 presidents in the same period when we are looking at the same president. He rules Uganda with an iron fist hand and crushes anybody who tries to tamper with his regime, though he's not considered a dictator. Sorry. Like, we're going to look at this video here. This is what happened when he wanted to change the constitution. It's really so absurd that currently the constitution of Uganda has no age limit. You can rule today, and we are really certain that maybe we are hoping to have elections next year, that is 2021, but we really know still maybe he will be our president once again. This is what happened in the parliament of Uganda. So thank you very much. That is what to
Uganda has a lot of physical features. The largest lake in Uganda, we have lakes. We have many physical features: lakes, rivers, swamps, mountains, hills, forests, to mention but a few. And we have the largest lake in Uganda, that is Lake Victoria. It covers the largest part of Uganda. And also Tanzania shares part of it, and Kenya, and has fresh water. People do fishing around Lake Victoria, and farming is carried out there. We have other lakes like Lake Choga there. We have another lake in the western part, that is Lake Albert. I happened to reach there. It is deep in the valley, and people get salt from that lake. And we also have Lake Edward. So those are some of the lakes we have in Uganda. We also have the longest river in Uganda. We have River Nile. It flows up to the Egypt, the northern part. And also, as you look here, in around Kampala, the capital city, that is where, as you move this side of the eastern part, Jinja is a district in Uganda, and that is where River Nile has its source. And many tourists like to visit that place. So, in Uganda, we also have a biggest forest. It is called Mabira Forest. It is also in Jinja, the same district which I have mentioned. We have wild animals. We have falls. For example, when you go to the eastern part of Uganda, we have Sipi Falls. We have the Owen Falls Dam, that is in Jinja, the same district which I have mentioned. And that is where hydroelectric power is generated in Uganda from the Owen Falls Dam. We also have mountains in the southern part of Uganda. As you see Moroto there up, Moroto, we have mountain Moroto around that area. And as you slope down, Mbale side there, we have mountain Elgon. And we also have mountain Rwenzori. Many mountains we have there in Uganda. And people who enjoy to visit those places have mentioned it, that Uganda is really a beautiful country. We have animals, for example, if people go to the zoo, you can find such animals there, and many others, the hippopotamus, the gorillas, the lions, the zebras, all are there in the zoo. All in national parks, you can find them there. So Uganda is a beautiful country and we welcome you there. Thank you so much.
Uganda has the second youngest population after Nigeria. Shocking, right? 50% of Uganda's population are below 13 years of age. 77% are below 30 years of age. And only 3% are above 65 years of age. The youngest population in Uganda is accredited to the high fertility rate in women, considering an average woman having 6 children. Early marriages, poor family planning methods are really also working hard to this, causing the high population in the country. Uganda is one of the poorest countries in the world, and this is due to high dependency rates on mainly the minors who cannot defend themselves. Although the government is really trying hard to reduce the birth rates in the country, their effort seems abortive. Well, this is my home. This is where I come from. Wow. My name is Lydia Nankinga. I am a Catholic by religion, and great thanks to my friends from the church who came to see me. Thank you very much, dears. I want to take this opportunity to thank Rod Bates because he's the person. We met him at church. He became our friend. He told us about this club. And from the time we came to this club, really, I should say our lives are changed. We are so happy. We have made very many good friends. We are so grateful. Thank you very much, Rod, for bringing us to this club. And thank you very much, all the members of the Pattaya experts. Thank you so much, the Pattaya players. Thank you very much for coming here. I'm really so proud of you. I qualified with a bachelor's degree in education, and I have taught in Uganda for 2 years. So I came to Thailand. Why did I come to Thailand? Yeah, I was working in Uganda. However, I was not really earning enough. So I met a priest at church. I shared with this priest about my story because I shared with them about my story, and he told me there are opportunities of teaching in places like Thailand. So he gave me the connections, and that is how I managed to make it. I was told all that I was supposed to do, all the requirements, so I managed to go through the process. I applied for a visa. I thank God I managed to get the visa. I had to go through the interviews for jobs, and I also made it through. So that is why I am working here and teaching here, basically to get money and support my sisters and brothers. These are my sisters and brothers. I come from a family of 6 children, and I am the firstborn. So these are my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Serunjoji Godfrey. This is at one time when we were out having fun. My father. These are my twin sisters. I have twin sisters and twin brothers. This is our baby sister. And this is a photo. This is me, Lydia. This is Nakato, Babide, Kato, and Waswa. These are my brothers. These are more photos of us. This is we at one point. Yeah. These are my twin brothers. These are my twin sisters. And currently, Nakato is studying engineering, and Babide is studying midwifery. Then Juliet is joining the university next year. So I'm really working hard to see that at least they have a happy future. Our parents were farmers, but it hasn't worked out well for them. So at least when I'm here, I'm able to support them and see that we really keep the smiles we have on our faces. I strongly believe, yeah, maybe one day we shall be the happiest, yeah. These are just more photos of them at one time when I visited them at school. These are my twin sisters still, and these are my little twin brothers. I really like singing, I like dancing, I love swimming. Those are my hobbies and interests. Thank you very much.
My names are Nakyonyi Juliet, a Ugandan, and coming from Uganda, a Ugandan by nationality. So, as you see here, we are born in a family of 6 children. I am the third born in the family. My mom and my dad stay in a village which is called Masaka. Masaka is 80 kilometers from the city, the capital city of Kampala. So how did I come to Thailand? I decided to come to Thailand because I was working as a teacher in Uganda for 4 years, and I've worked here in Thailand as a teacher for 4 months. So in Uganda I was earning little, so I decided to come here so that I can earn more and support my family. I hold a bachelor's degree in education, and right here in Thailand I'm teaching. So as you see here in my family, I mentioned already that one is my dad. He's called Mr. Modest Magumbi, the one who is up. And when you look here, I have 2 mothers because they are twins. I can't separate them. They have even dressed the same way. So this one is my mom, Nakato, the other one is Babilie. They are 70 years, those 2 ladies. And look here. Hello? And here, I'm with my young sister. I'm dressed in yellow, she's in blue, the one following me. And as you look up here, these are the grandkids to this sister, to our parents, and they are the kids of this sister of mine who is dressed in blue. And those 2 are also grandkids. We are yet to see their mom. And this one is our last born in the family. He's doing his engineering in South Korea. So, and as you see here, these are some of the children, all the students I was teaching in Uganda. And that is the time when I was leaving Uganda, coming to Thailand. I'm there with my elder sister, that is our firstborn, and that is the grandkid in our family. And as you look at that photo, I'm there in the middle. That time I was in primary 6. And this is my mom, the other side, and that is my elder sister. We were celebrating something, we had a party and a birthday, so we went for prayers, we took that photo. And this is the time we were leaving Uganda, already in the airplane coming to Thailand with my friend Lydia. And this is the time of departure. There I also have my sister, the one next to me in blue. Yeah, she's the one who also follows this sister of mine whom I showed you already. And also the husband to my sister. So that is my family. As you look at it, we are 6. I'm the third born, as already mentioned. We are very happy. There in Uganda, they are happy and trying to work hard that we survive. And that is why we are here. And that is why I'm here to work, as already mentioned. And I'm very happy that I met my friend here. We are together. We are teaching in the same school. We met for the last days as we are planning to travel here to Thailand. So thank you so much. God bless you.
Also, what we have next, we are going to perform our traditional dance. If at all there is anybody willing to participate in our dance, please, you're welcome to join us. Thank you.
Jetzt geht's los.
Bye.
Thank you very much, dear, for dancing with us. So we just have one more item, please. Thank you.
I know. Tequila, I told
Thank you very much for listening to us. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much.
We are so happy. Thank you for giving us your time, and thank you for joining us in the dance. Thank you, God bless you.
Yes, question and answer over here, one.
Wow, thanks for the dance, it's cool. I noticed that it's a very Caribbean-like beat. Is there, what influenced the music in your country? Was it from outside, or is that pretty original?
Wow, this is really music from our country. Actually, we decided to choose this person because he's one he intends to be the president of the country one time. He's really striving hard. He's really working hard to see that really Ugandans get to some point. So we really like him. We support his music. It's really home music.
Yeah.
I assume farming, but what do the majority of people aged between 20 and 30 do for work? I assume farming for work, but what do the majority of people aged between 20 and 30 do for work?
You have talked about farming, especially in Uganda. When people retire, they move to their families and begin farming. But there are those who have majorly specified in farming from the very beginning. So the age you are talking about, most of them have office work, business. Yeah, most of them move out to China and even Thailand here to do business. So that is how it is. Yeah, and many people from Uganda are in the Middle East also looking for money.
Okay, one here. One here. Step up.
I got one very short question. I know you're both you met each other in Thailand. Are you from the same tribe?
Yes, we are from the same tribe.
Okay, good. My second question is, I'm a retired teacher. Tell me a little bit about your education, because I'm very impressed at how much education you got and how you got to teach in Uganda.
Yeah, I hold a bachelor's degree in education, and she too, and we are teaching children, like from where we are teaching right now here in Thailand, from age 3 to 12. That is the area we are handling. We had it in Uganda, and it's the same we are doing here. Thank you.
Hi, I'm John. I used to be a teacher in England too, and I just want to ask you two things. Number one, are you just teaching English in Thailand, or are you teaching children other things as well? And number two, how do you find the Thai children compared with Ugandan children?
Teaching is all round. A teacher can do anything, I believe. So we are teaching English, however, we involve them in different things like music, dancing, a bit of rhymes, and all those activities. We take them for physical activities as in PE, playing different games. So we are not only teaching English, but also involving children in all the other basic activities that happen in school.
Hello?
Another question, you have talked about the teaching in Uganda and Thailand. It is almost the same, only that here we find that children don't know English, but they are trying to pick up the 4 months we have spent here. You find them trying to use actions also. Teacher, now teacher, there, meaning toilet, they want to go to the toilet. So they use actions and they are picking up, because in a class where I am, I'm the only teacher. So they have to ask me whatever they need, and she the same. So it's like they are picking up from the time we joined. But also in Uganda, it was a bit easier because they know how to speak English and they can understand our local language. But so far, we are fine. Thank you.
Yeah. Can I remind everybody, ladies and gentlemen, one question, not two, because a lot of people want to ask questions here. All right? Yes. Yeah. Can I say something? I've travelled extensively in Kenya, which used to be Rhodesia, and Uganda. And you've got a lot of influence with Swahili. Has that sort of overrun into your country? And certainly, I remember in Kenya, the dancing was the same that I joined in when I was very young, 19. Okay. What influence of the other countries around you have been part of your country?
Like we are all East African countries and we are using Kiswahili. They are trying to make Kiswahili a uniform language for all the East African countries. That is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. We are all using Kiswahili as the medium of communication. And then as for music and the dancing style, like being on the border, severally many Ugandans go to Kenya and many Kenyans come to Uganda. We tend to enjoy the same kind of music and copy different dancing strokes and styles from one another.
Okay, on this side, on the next slide.
Your English is excellent, really. And so I have a two-part A and B one question. The first part is, where did you learn your English? And is English a language throughout the country? I mean, if I went there, would I be able to speak to everybody? And where did you get your English?
Uganda being a British colony, we use English generally. When you go to offices, and we have over 46 different tribes. So when you go to the west, they speak different languages. When you go to the north, when you come to the central. So English is a uniting language in Uganda, and we are all using English. Only that they are bringing in Kiswahili to be a second language, maybe because it is uniting East Africa.
Yeah.
Hi, my daughter wants to know about children's birthday parties in Uganda. Do the children have big birthday parties?
Okay, in Uganda we celebrate birthday parties. For example, at school, if a child has a party, they prepare before. We inform the parents, they prepare a cake, soda, and other gifts, and also the school contributes, and we have a party together with other kids. So we do enjoy it, and it is the same here.
Just like me, I never miss my birthday. Whether at school, I always celebrate my birthday with my students, because severally, it so comes when we are in school.
Okay.
Hi. In 1972, long before you guys were born, I had an opportunity to go to Uganda, but due to your president at the time, Idi Amin, who wasn't one of the most gentle people, that trip was canceled. And part B, I think you guys were the father of rap.
Hi there. Thank you very much. Very interesting. I've traveled in Africa quite extensively, and I never visited Uganda. But what I'd like to know is, what is the backbone of your industrial base? Do you have any major industrial output, exports, whatever? How does the Ugandan economy work?
We do have, we have the sugar industry in ginger. I was talking about ginger. We have Bidiko, that one makes plastic sandals or slippers, we have them. And we have so many industries, but the problem we have there, our president, like he has accepted many Chinese, Indians, they are the ones who are running those factories. So the local people who are there, they are just going and earn something little, moving on daily basis, working day and night off like that. So that is how it is. But otherwise, the industries are there, factories are there, but the problem is that.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, okay, sorry. Lovely performance. I have a question. The Thai children that you're teaching, because I love your accent, do they end up speaking English with a Ugandan accent?
Severally, when we are teaching these children, we tend to use YouTube like videos. So when they are singing songs from YouTube and all that. We don't like dominate. So their accent is.
Hi. I first met these two people at the Catholic Church after Mass, and they asked me could they come to the expats job with me. But I have every admiration for them. They really integrated themselves so quickly. I mean, they now sing in the choir of the church every Sunday for both Masses. And they're now about to join the patio players and involve themselves in a play. They're learning their lines. I don't know, it's just incredible what they've actually achieved in 4 months. So, having worked and farmed in Africa for 12 years, I have every admiration for them. Thank you.
Just a comment really, thank you for your vibrant presentation. As a person who watches the British Parliament quite often on TV, and they have the government one side, the opposition the other side, and frankly they're just throwing vile insults at each other all the time. Watching your Parliament in operation, I thought that was much more entertaining. I think we should change. I get bored to death with the British Parliament.
I have a comment to make. When I was watching the dancing earlier between the two ladies here and the Western people, I have to say that overall, the whole of Africa seems to have natural rhythm. West does not.
What do you mean by that?
You should have got up and shown us how it's done, Brian. Get off the stage yourself.
That's
Good in you, Ren. You're not the West, are you?
I'm surprised anybody looked at us with the girls up there instead.
You were up there? Were you there?
Yeah, exactly. Well done.
I'd like Big Ron to get up there again and fall down the gap.
We got pictures. That's okay. I want him to see the point where Red pushed me down. Yeah, it's on tape, Red.
Yeah, have a look when you're sober.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you, ladies. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to make a couple of presentations. These are certificates of appreciation. Next, you'll be interviewed by Ren for a YouTube